Hold on, shit. We got a phone call here, man. Let's see who the fuck this is.
Hello?
Hey, you're on the Zach Moonshine show. Who the fuck is this?
This is Richie from Gravehuffer. This is James from Gravehuffer. This is Mike from Gravehuffer.
Fuck yeah, what the fuck is going on, Gravehuffer?
What's up, man? Thanks for having us.
All right, so let me ask you guys, man, what is going on right now in the world of Gravehuffer? What are you guys doing?
Well, right now we're just kind of gearing up to release our new album, Your Fault. It's going to be out March 3rd is the release date, the official release date. The CDs and cassettes will definitely be out by then. The vinyl is we're still a little not 100% sure on that as far as the actual release date. But it should be hopefully sometime in March on the vinyl. But people are just really wanting that. So Swamp Metal Records is putting that out for us. So that's something we're really excited about because it'll be the first time any of us have put our music on a 12-inch record. So we're pretty pumped about that. Definitely.
Yeah, man. First day buyer right here on the fucking vinyl. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. So how long have you guys been jamming? How exactly did this band get started, man?
Well, it's kind of, Mike, this is James, me and Mike started playing in a band called Ether Bunny in like 2006 or maybe even earlier, like 2005, somewhere around that. And that was with Larry, who plays drums with Gravehuffer as well. And Mike was actually playing guitar in that, and we had another guy playing bass. Well, that ended up going south, and we had all split ways. And then that's when we started playing together with Richie. And then that was in a band called Crom, which is basically who we are now. We changed names. But then Mike and Richie, you guys have been playing together for longer than even that, since forever.
Well, yeah, since like 97, maybe. I mean, somewhere around there. Me, Mike, and Larry have been playing together. We were in, a crust punk band called Initial Detonation. We did that for several years. And didn't do music much for a few years after that, and then we've been doing this since 2008, so it's been going good.
Fuck yeah, man. Speaking of where you changed the name to Gravehuffer, how the fuck did you guys come up with that name, Gravehuffer? What's the story behind that?
Well, I wish we could take 100% credit on that, but we can't. I have a friend named Dozer, who used to put on shows here in town all the time, and used to put on shows at a place called Keystone, which was, I think, maybe our very first show we played there, yeah. And he just shooting shit back and forth, and he always thought, well, that name Gravehuffer, that'd be a good name for a band. So we kind of stole it from him. We shot a few ideas back and forth, but I don't know. I was thinking naming bands is one of the hardest things to do, especially when it's not already taken. Which is one of the reasons why we changed the name from Crom anyway, because there's a lot of other Croms that we found out about. But I don't think there's any other Gravehuffers. There probably are.
I think there are, dude. I really do. I think it's pretty original. Some people think it's a little cheesy or silly, and then there's some people who's like, that's the best fucking name ever, So we're cool with it.
I wanted to call it Fisted Sister, but these guys shot me down on that one.
Hell yeah, man. What was the Crom name from? Was that a reference to Conan?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah. That was our drummer. He's like a really big, and our bass players too. We're all kind of big Conan fans, and we were at practice one day, and we couldn't all agree on a band name, and then Larry blurted out Crom. And we're like, yeah man, that's awesome. But we just, Crom! So we ended up having to change it, because there's a lot of Crom bands out there, and we were getting confused with them and stuff, so we changed it.
Well, Gravehuffer definitely fucking sticks out, man. I like it.
Yeah, thanks.
It's definitely fun to say whenever we're announcing fucking what we're gonna play on the radio and shit. You know, here's a track from Gravehuffer, motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Right on, man. Well, what about your influences as a band? I don't know if you want to pass this around or what, but like, what influenced you guys to get into music?
Well, I guess we're pretty much all over the place. I think the one thing that we kind of all have in common is we like anything, aggressive, and whether it's punk or metal or whatever you want to call it. I kind of feel like we've always thought that there's two kinds of music in the world, not just music you like and music you don't. So it's pretty much all over the place. But I know me, like probably one of the first bands that I can ever remember was like Kiss, Camp or stuff like that, and I'm all into anything classic 70s rock, up to like, nowadays, I'm a big fan of anything like grindcore, death metal, black metal, anything like that. And, but punk as well, but I feel like more of my punk influence is definitely like, from the 70s and 80s, and I don't have a whole lot of use for a lot of that shit nowadays, personally, but that's me.
Yeah, I would say my parents. They started me out on like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and Judas Priest, and man, I really latched on to Priest when I saw the Unleashed in the East album cover and KK Downey's playing his Flying V, and I was like, man, that's what I want to do. I totally want to do that, And then I always like Rob Halford's vocals, and I was like, man, he can just do it all. And I started getting into the 80s thrash, and then kind of just graduating to the death metal and the grind, and even like Godflesh and that kind of stuff. And then I got into the punk band with Mike and Larry, and they got me into like crust punk and stuff, like Discharge and Nausea and stuff like that. Like James said, we are kind of all over the place, but for some reason it makes sense. Somehow we make it work. So.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I really like old school punk and crust punk. I listen to like Mob 47, like D-beat stuff. Like that's where my influence is. Like anything that's like really fast and crazy, I love it.
Mangle.
Yeah, Mangle.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, it's definitely evident whenever you're listening to it. I know that a lot of people have said, when they listening to it, it's just you can hear a lot of different things going on, but it's definitely unique. Like it's got its own fucking thing, and that's very cool, man.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
As far as you guys got the new album, Your Fault, coming out. What can you tell us about, like, what went into the recording process of that? How did you guys put that together?
It seemed like we worked on this thing forever. We started writing songs, probably as early as 2014. Destroyer Worlds and Fishing Men, the Aquaman song, have been around. Those two have been around for a long time. Gravehuffer too. Those three songs were around for a while, and we didn't seriously start like saying, "Hey, let's write an album" until 2 years ago, probably in the spring of 2015. I think we started seriously writing, and then we just like, well, okay, we're gonna write an album's worth of stuff here. We're gonna do 10 songs, and then so we wrote 10 songs. One of the songs is a cover from a band called Squirm that our bass player was in, and it's called Dead Peace. That's dedicated to a friend of ours that passed away, and he was the drummer in the band Squirm, and so we did that for him, so that made it 11. And so we just wanted to do something for Shane Chapman. He was our buddy. Anyway, we did all that, and we played them live and stuff for 6 months or so at shows, just to kind of get them worked out and practice them, and we just jammed on them for a while, and then finally we started recording them last year, and recorded and mixed, and like I said, it felt like it took forever, but I think it turned out pretty good, man. We're pretty happy with it. We're really proud that we did it all ourselves, and we're also proud that we were able to actually find a label interested in putting it out too. So,
third time doing it ourselves. So.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. This will be our third time recording all this stuff totally ourselves. So, I guess that's your punk rock ethos, you know.
Right. And when no one else really wants you too, that makes it easier too.
yeah, we don't give the shit. It'll be how we want it. So,
well, I was gonna say, man, the recording of it, like, it does not sound like something that's done independently. To be honest with you, it really does sound like something that's been done in fucking. I mean, it sounds like it's coming from a fucking studio.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just a small shack in the middle of the woods, and the control room was a bedroom with like wooden floors and rattling windows, and I think it added to it, you know.
Yeah, the old house built in the freaking early 1900s. Like Mike said, it did add to the vibe. I also want to point out, like, the artwork. His name's Eric Sweet, and he did the art for it. And he probably worked on the art almost as long as he worked on the music. And man, that is such a cool piece of art, and it really fits all of the topics on the album. And it's kind of scary, but it kind of fits what's going on right now in the world too. So we'll let you guys talk about that. But we feel like it's kind of freaky how it all tied together and how it's all very modern.
Yeah, man, it's very cool, dude. I know exactly what you mean, man.
Yeah.
As far as the video, you guys just got this fucking video that you've been posting all over the place, man. What can you tell us about that?
Which one?
We got three of them. Any of them?
The animated one.
Oh, yeah. Mike said that one.
Yeah, that was just me and one of my friends were trying to just figure out how to make videos. We were like, man, we asked Richie, hey, what song would you want us to make a video for? And like, he's like directed it. He's like, hey, man, I want this dude taking a dump on another man. I was like, what? But it's all in fun, man. Like, that's kind of like our thing is like tongue in cheek, you know, like, you gotta have fun, you know.
Exactly. I just saw for the first time tonight, about 20 minutes before the interview, and I fucking ass off, but we're all a little bit warped, you know. So I think it was it kind of was a group effort, right, Mike? You had a few people working on it, and I think maybe the main character, our friend Travis, I guess that was kind of his design, and I think it was based loosely on me, at least appearance-wise. I think they got the teeth right, because I got some jacked up teeth, kind of like that. That must be my English punk influence.
Fuck yeah, man. That's fucking badass. Well, for people out there who have not seen you guys live, what can you tell them to expect about your live show?
Well, a lot of energy. We're really loud. I do know, like, when we're done, like, you're the loudest band we've seen that doesn't have a full PA or whatever, you know. I mean, no matter where we play, it's always like, you guys are fucking loud. So, yeah, we're definitely loud and obnoxious and in your face. But I don't think we still sound good because we've been doing it a long time and we're tight. But it is loud. It is gnarly and obnoxious and in your face. You know, we got a lot of energy, and me and James, we fuck with each other on stage, and we have fun too. And
yeah, like I'm like 6'5", but I do like the windmill. I'll do like if the crowd gets crazy enough, I'll do like backflips off the stage, like during my bass solo and shit.
I like to think I've always thought that kind of sometimes what we lack in finesse, we make up for in just enthusiasm. I mean, it's always a lot of fun. None of us are really exactly what you call young anymore. I'm the youngest one, and I'm 40 years old. So, you know, like, I mean, that's why it's so incredible that Mike still does all those windmill kicks. And if you can't tell from our laughter, you don't really expect that if you come to see us.
I do gotta say that, like, when we're done playing a show, we're done. I mean, we're sweat's pouring off of us, and, like, we give every fucking thing we have when we play a show. We leave everything on that stage, man.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And, I mean, we beat the shit out of our instrument, and we just give it everything we got, man. Like, we play each show like it's our last one.
I think that's kind of like the main thing, at least for me, is enjoying the live shows. You know, I mean, you listen to you know, our albums, and they all stand out, and I'm proud of all of them. But really, I kind of feel like the live show is what it's all about. And that's most of my favorite bands, I would say, are really kind of like that, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Fuck yeah, man. That's badass. Well, dude, I got some questions coming in through the chat room. Secret Weapon wants to know any tech or personal injuries while on stage.
That's a good question. Oh man, I feel like I hurt myself probably every time. But I'm trying to think of some good ones. Any slip or falls or anything like that. Oh well, no. Our fans seem to hurt themselves more than us, really. There's one of my favorite. Another one of our good friends who does some art for us. He's done like a lot of our T-shirt designs. There's a guy named Carl Dahmer. Carl actually does some tattoo work as well, and we had a great shot. I think it might actually be in one of the videos that you put together, Rick, for Inheritance Wasteland, which you can check it out, but he's just bloody from, like, all over his face, cause, I mean, he just did that shit to himself, so, I mean, it gets a bit crazy for me sometimes, even, especially, like, a lot of times we'll play places that don't have a stage, so you know, it's pretty funny. Yeah, the fans seem to hurt themselves more than...
Oh, yeah, remember, we played this one show, and these people brought fucking LARP weapons.
Oh, yeah.
And all these foam swords and shields, and there was probably 50 people fighting like fucking Viking style when we were playing.
Yeah, it was like a whole pit of people fighting with swords.
Yeah. It was like a mosh pit with swords and shields.
It's like Braveheart mosh pit.
Braveheart mosh pit.
Pretty nice.
That's fucking metal, man.
I got my nose busted on that. I got a bloody nose back.
No,
and that was probably one of our most amazing crowd experiences, I would say.
Right on, man. What's your favorite beer?
Oh, I like Coors Light.
That's so great.
I don't know. I guess the John Denver thing.
I like Miller High Life.
Really?
Yeah.
I like. You like Zima, don't you, Rich?
Yeah. I like
Matilda Bay.
Strawberry, Bud Light Strawberry. I don't know, dude. I'm liking Guinness lately.
There you go. What about you?
I know what you like.
What's your favorite beer?
Lagunitas.
Well, okay. There you go. That's good, too.
Fuck yeah, man. Lagunitas. Another one from the chat, man. Ever been in any fights or been arrested while on tour?
No, we're pretty, like, easy, like, laid-back guys, and we don't really like looking, like, you wouldn't expect it by the way we play or see us on stage, but like, as soon as we get off, we're like, oh, man, let's go chill and, smoke one, or...
Yeah, we're taking higher to afterward, right? And I'll get my ass handed to me 9 times out of 10 anyway. Like, I don't have any illusions as far as my fighting ability goes.
Yeah, I'm like the shrimp in the band, dude. So I'm like, avoid confrontation at all costs.
I'd let my girlfriend do my fighting.
Yeah, fuck you up. We played a show one time. My wife got a huge brawl going in one show. Some dude was like making fun of her for throwing up, and then Bill decided to be justice for my wife, and he fighting this dude and this dude's wife and this other dude, and that ended up in jail. It ended up a couple of trips to jail. So yeah, it gets kind of alcohol and metal can definitely bring out some crazy shit.
Goddamn, man. Well, that almost answers my next question, which is something I ask everybody: is what's the craziest fucking thing that you've ever seen while being out there on the road? I don't know. Is that it, or is there something else that sticks out?
Well, in Gravehuffer, we've never really toured per se. We've done like regional shows and stuff like that, but
I was in a band. This is Mike here. The old band I was in, we opened up for G.G. Allen one time. That count.
Yeah. That didn't last very long.
No. He took the money and ran on that.
He just attacked the band playing right before him and took off.
Yep.
Opened up for G.G. Allen?
Yeah.
Holy
he
fuck,
died,
man.
What, like a month later?
Yeah, he died a month later. Yeah, he played our hometown, and my father-in-law actually booked that show.
Yeah.
Was he throwing fucking turds at the crowd and shit?
He never played, really. I mean, the opening bands that played before him were playing too long, and he got pissed off, and he ran into my father-in-law's drum set and fucked it up.
There's a band playing before him, and they're like, "Oh, if it wasn't for G.G. Allen, we wouldn't be here." So they did some G.G. song, and that made him like super pissed. And like he like charged from the very back of the place, and this dude is like real skinny, like the guy on stage. He just has a G-string on, and he's playing a trumpet. So he's like sitting up there playing this trumpet, and Gigi just tackles him into the drum set. Boom! Like all this chaos happens, and then the rest of the Gigi's band, they'll go running out the door, and like all these people go chasing after him. I think like one of their roadies wrote about it in a book. Like he talks about playing a show here in Joplin and us chasing them down the road and shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Nice. Another one from the chat is, who taps the most groupies?
Oh, jeez.
Man, we're all too old.
Well, we're all like...
I'm married.
I'm practically
married. Larry, I don't know.
Larry's single.
Yeah. I probably play with myself more than anyone else in the band. Does that count? I mean, I consider myself my own groupie, I guess.
Yeah, Carl Mackey Sack, a.k.a. Secret Weapon, asked that motherfucking question every band I get in here, man.
That does not surprise me.
I don't think not a whole lot of girls are into the kind of music we play. The ones that are that's awesome, but it's not.
It's not the 80s anymore.
What's that now?
It's not the 80s anymore, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe if we sounded a little bit more like Maroon 5 or whatever the fuck,
Right on, man. Well, what are you guys, what are your plans for the future? What's down the road for Gravehuffer, man?
It's kind of complicated at the moment.
Yeah, we were talking about that tonight before the interview, actually. Right now, we're just really focusing on releasing the album and doing press and, sending the record for reviews, and been getting great reviews, which is awesome. We've been without a drummer more or less for the last probably 9 months, so it's been a little rough because he's been working out of state. So we're not 100% sure on that, but I think we're going to find out within the next month or so on our drummer situation. And then once we figure out a concrete answer there, we'll move on in one direction or the other. But either way, we definitely want to play more shows and promote this record. So, I mean, has been getting such good press that we have to do something, you know. So,
Hell yeah.
We sometimes we've been down before, but we're like, but never out, you know. Well, like we've been friends for so long. I feel like even if we have to take some time off from time to time, we had to do that after the tornado that hit Joplin in 2011. We had to do that for a while. Sometimes life just gets in the way. I think the thing that's frustrating to us is that, you know, we all love this kind of music. Unfortunately, it's hard to make any kind of a living doing that. I mean, that's something that we all know, we all understand. So jobs get in the way of a lot of things, you know, but that's everybody. I mean, we're not anything special as far as that goes, but, you know, even anymore, even some of the bands that you would swear were making money and supporting themselves aren't, you know, and it's harder and harder now since, I mean, people don't really buy your records or anything like that. You know, it's just kind of one of those things.
One thing I can say, man, you were talking about PR, dude. You guys are fucking on it as far as promotion and stuff like that goes, like with social media and shit like that. I see you guys all over the fucking place, all the fucking time, sharing fucking shit left and right. And that's definitely key in today's fucking world of the way that things work, man. What are your thoughts on that? Like, you know, I don't know, like, do you guys think, is it just, that's just the way it goes? Or like, you know, like what's your fucking, advice to other bands out there, I guess, listening that maybe don't know how important that is?
Right. I don't know, man. I just feel like, I know, you know, we do share stuff a lot, and at first, I wasn't sure on that, because we had a few people complain, you guys post too much. And then I thought, well, why the fuck do we have a social media then? Isn't that what it's for, you know? And so the thing I kind of like to do is, like, when people do things for us, I want to let people know that, hey, Metal Devastation Radio played our shit today. So-and-so played our stuff today. This website gave us a kick-ass review. Check them out, you know. Right. I'll even tag other bands or other people. Man, get on this, guys. These guys are doing good stuff for bands, you know? Yeah. I mean, we're not wanting to have our heads up completely up our own ass. We want to have other people, too, that are helping us. We're just wanting to return the favor. And you know, we're getting a lot of support from people, so we're just giving the love back, and that's why we post a lot, because we get a lot of support. So I think it's just like, you know,
one hand washes the other.
Yeah, right. You know, patting each other on the back, I guess, you know. I will say, like, when we promote for shows and stuff, we print flyers, man. We print flyers, and we hang them up. And we do Facebook events and shit and invite people, but we do both on that.
We like that old school approach to the flyers. I mean, as far as talking about advice and things for other bands, one thing that, and maybe it's just because, you know, I remember it being this way, but it seemed like bands used to just cooperate more, and it was really more of a close-knit, kind of like a family thing. So I just, you know, have fun with other bands, get to know other bands, be friends with them. You know, when you go to their town, they'll definitely gonna remember it if you're gracious. We played with a lot of bands, and most of them have been amazing. You know, you're always gonna have those few that are just complete dickheads, but you know, those towns remember that, and don't. I guess we try to be gracious wherever we're at. You know, and be appreciative. And I don't know, just not being in so much in competition, but just cooperating with people, I guess.
Yeah.
It's definitely cool, dude, and it definitely works, man, because, you know, like, I can tell you from my own personal fucking experience with you guys, man, fucking when I see you posting shit on Facebook left and right, I'm like, fuck yeah, man. You know, and I always try to tell, you know, some of the other DJs that I work with here at MDR, man, you know, fucking the bands that are out there fucking promoting hard, fucking working hard for what they're doing, you know, especially if they share your fucking shit, man, fucking do it back, man, you know, give it back and fucking, because that's what it's all about, man, you know, like fucking, We all help each other out, and that, you know.
Totally agree, man.
Yeah, it's all about the scene, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, any last words you guys want to fucking tell the people out there listening, man, before we let you go?
Appreciate it, man. What you guys do for us, what everybody does for us. I mean, I think it's kind of the response to love is kind of floored us. I mean, honestly, we will always be an underground band, and I love that. But just we appreciate all the feedback from everybody. We really do. It's meant a lot to us. I know that myself personally, this band has helped me through a lot of shit in my life, and hopefully, if we can do that for some other people too. That's what music does for me. So I like to be a part of that if we can. Yeah, I agree with James there, man. I mean, it's been amazing support we have gotten from you guys, from others, and it's just that's like I was saying, that's why I like to let people know, these people are cool people, man, and they're supporting the underground, and they want you to hear these bands, and we're glad you guys are here, man, and we're so grateful. Oh, yeah. For everybody involved, all the DJs, all the listeners. And there's listeners out there, too, that, not just the DJs, but there's listeners out there, that will share our stuff. And I'm like, man, that's fucking badass, dude. They don't have to, but they are because they like it. Right. To me, that's just fucking incredible. So, I love it, man.
Yeah, thanks for everything you guys are doing.
Fuck yeah, man. All right, well, before I let you guys go, I got to get you to make a station tag. Now, I don't know how you guys want to do this, if you want to do it, separately or all together, but just say your names and then that you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio or something like that.
All right. This is Richie.
This is Mike.
This is James. You're listening to Metal Devastation Radio. Fuck yeah. We're Gravehuffer.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's badass, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for calling in, guys. Fucking loved it, man.
Having us. Thank you. Yeah, this was great. It's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna fucking blast some Gravehuffer for these motherfuckers and make them go fucking deaf, man. All right?
Thanks, man.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later, man.
See ya.
Cheers. There you have it, folks. Fucking Gravehuffer on the Zach Moonshine Show live with Metal Devastation fucking radio. Crank this motherfucking shit up loud as a fucking fuck and make your neighbors fucking kill themselves. This is Gravehuffer.